What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to TTB Ravens Media. It is finally game day. The Baltimore Ravens season, or preseason at least, is officially upon us. Welcome to everybody in this stream, obviously streaming on YouTube, and I'm streaming on TikTok as well. I don't know if anybody's going to join from TikTok, but if anybody joins, send in any questions. We just hang out pregame before the game, and then we go live right after the game as well, talk about all the big things that we want to really discuss. Void was in here. Void's already in here. Shout out to Void. Says looking forward to Wester on offense. Got a feeling Peebles and Buchanan are going to have a good day. Yeah, I think that the Ravens rookies are obviously the ones that we're looking out for. And LeJontay Wester, I think everybody kind of recognizes that he's a really solid return specialist. But seeing LeJontay on as a wide receiver in the slot on the outside as the X, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how he's utilized with Todd Monken and also how he fits in, like, how many gadget plays are we calling for him? How many just different opportunities are we giving him? And also, is Devontae Walker going to be playing? I would love to see a lot of Devontae Walker. I'd love to see him getting deep shots, him developing, just that route tree that we didn't get to see a lot of last year because he just was limited in his total snaps. Void also said Green is definitely going to draw some attention. People should get some good one-on-ones. I definitely think Peoples will get good one-on-ones, but I would expect that Mike Green doesn't play a lot because I think Mike Green's going to play really, really well. And so I think that when that happens, he's like Mike Green might only get like a quarter. But if Mike Green could get a sack, I'm going to be really happy. But we're playing against Anthony Richardson. He's going to get, good scrambles. He's evasive in the pocket. He's going to scramble away. So as long as he can make some plays, get some guys on the ground, I'm really happy with however our defensive line performs. Abdi's in the stream. What's going on, Abdi? Arthur's in the stream. How's it going, Arthur? It's finally that time. Chaos says, I almost said Chaos. Chaos said, let's go. Abdi's looking for Mike Green. I think most Ravens fans are looking for Mike Green. I kind of got to sit up. I'm rocking the Kyle Hamilton jersey today. I don't know if that was a good move. Barthangling brings up the Kyle Hamilton jersey. I feel like I got to get another jersey for this year. Last year, I bought Derrick Henry. I don't know. We'll see what happens this year. I'd like to buy another one. Just kind of depends on how guys play. Maybe I'll buy a rookie jersey. Maybe I'll buy, a Ravens vet, maybe a Jair jersey. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Void says TJ Tampa versus AD Mitchell might be feeding families. I'd like to see Adonai go against Nate Wiggins. I think Nate Wiggins will get snaps here. I know that people are questioning whether or not the Ravens will have their look at that. We've got a bot. Look at that. I get to block a bot. I love blocking bots. It's been a while since we've had that. That's when you really know that NFL season is back, is when the bots start commenting illegal streams. But I feel like AD Mitchell's a really good player. And he was on my top. He was in my top 6 wide receivers in the draft class last year, I think it was. So I think Nate Wiggins against him is a better opportunity for both of them to grow as players, both extremely fast, gifted athletes, and technical skill sets. So I think, honestly, if TJ Tampa is lined up against him consistently, he might get a little bit burned because he doesn't have the over-the-top speed. But I do want to see TJ Tampa today. He's somebody that I absolutely want to keep an eye out for because he's someone that I loved in the draft process once we drafted him. And getting an opportunity to see how he performs is really exciting for me. King Blaze says that was a better block than Falele. You know what? I'll appreciate the love. I'll appreciate the love, King Blaze. It's not too tough. Simon says, is the game only showing on NFL Plus? If so, that's annoying. I think it's also on NFL Network. And also, I think if you're in the Baltimore area, I'm not in the Baltimore area, so I don't know for sure. But I think if you're in the Baltimore area, it's on local television as well. But I can't speak 100% to that because I don't have local Baltimore television. Void says, speaking of blocking, Dellinger and Vincent lock in. Yeah, I want to see Carson Vincent. Carson Vincent's a big guy that I'm looking at to see how he performs at the tackle position. And potentially if we try him out at guard as well. I know he's a tackle through and through. He's a tackle in college. But if needed, the Ravens are absolutely somebody said, Gray Wolf on TikTok said it's on channel 11 in Baltimore. So thank you, Gray Wolf. Appreciate that. Somebody asked me about keeping Bijan in the first. Should you keep London or Jacobs in the second round, half PPR? I like London. I'm a huge Drake London fan. I'm also a huge Michael Penix fan. And yes, Void, Emory Jones is still hurt. So that is difficult. But yeah, I would say I prefer Drake London over Josh Jacobs. I think Drake London is a star, and I think that Abdi also said Channel 5. So I guess it probably depends on your network that you use, whether it's I don't know what networks people are. I have Hulu with live TV, so I don't even know what that which networks provide which channels. But yeah, unfortunately, Emory Jones is still hurt, which is a little bit unfortunate. But get any Ravens questions, any NFL questions, any fantasy questions. We drafted another hurt player. I mean, he was healthy when we drafted him. Void said Dayton Wade is still on the roster, isn't he? Yes. Dayton Wade was somebody that I brought up a couple of videos ago on YouTube, just talking about, I think he's one of the most important players to see how he performs because he's a playmaker. He was that slot receiver for the Ravens in the preseason last year and really was what Anthony Miller got the 53-man roster spot to become. But I think that Dayton Wade could absolutely make his way onto the 53 if he's able to show out as not just a big play receiver, but also kind of a slot intermediate guy as well, which I think he has the potential to do. So I'm really excited to see how Dayton Wade performs. And then Grey Wolf said NBC. Perfect. Thank you so much, Grey Wolf. Really do appreciate that. But I mean, there's just so many players that I'm looking out for. I mean, obviously all the rookies are huge, but depth tackles. Jamison Hensley just tweeted out the Ravens starting lineup, or at least the guys that are warming up with the starters: Cooper Rush, Keaton Mitchell, Joseph Noteboom, Andrew Voorhees, Corey Bullock, Daniel Falele, Roger Rosengarten, and Devontae Walker. That's really interesting to see Rosengarten out there because Rosengarten obviously had a stellar rookie season. But I do like to see Falele out there and Voorhees because, they're in a battle. Keaton Mitchell starting at running back is going to be awesome because we all love Keaton Mitchell. He's super fast. Look at that. Another block I get to do. Haha. Shout out to the bots. Quick block. Teddy Buchanan. Yeah, Void. Be gone, bots. Be gone. But there's a lot of Ravens players that are non-rookies that I want to watch. Broderick Washington versus Peebles. Who is D lineman number 4? Safety position, Bo Braid, Sanusi Kane. Those are both two really solid players, but very inexperienced in their roles. Both second-year players, both very late or undrafted players that, have had a little bit of injury history. Sanusi Kane, looked good in special teams. Oh, another bot. Yes, another block. Wow, I'm just getting spammed with bots. I don't know. Maybe it's not a good thing, but I feel like it's kind of a good thing. Maybe I'm getting big enough to where the bots are showing up. So maybe that's a good thing. They know, go to TTB. But I don't think the bots realize that I'm not live during the game. I'm just live before and after. So if you're in the stream now in the before is just where we get ready. We talk with each other. The after is where we analyze everything. We talk about all the players, all the questions. Someone said, go Bucks. Are you talking Bucks as in Milwaukee Bucks or Bucks as in Tampa Bay Bucks? Either way, I'm cool with either of them. I love Baker. So I'm cool if you root for the Bucks. I'm cool with that. It's not, there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like they would be better if they could pick up a veteran safety. Yeah, I feel like veteran safety, if the Ravens were to add a position like Justin Simmons or something like that, I know he's available as a veteran safety. I don't know of any other big name guys that are available, but I think also just they're going to look at the 53-man roster cut days and eventually just pick someone from there. Chayton said, dude, I'm so hyped to see my glorious King Malachi Starks play. You know what? I'm excited to see him too. I've also got somebody that's a Browns fan in the stream. Are you a Ravens fan? Yes, I am a Ravens fan. Ravens YouTube channel has had the YouTube channel for about 5 years. But we're posting on TikTok. We're going live on TikTok now before and after the games. We are also live on YouTube as well. So I'm reading both chats, answering all questions. Doesn't technically have to be a Ravens question, but most of them end up being Ravens questions. But we've had fantasy talk. We have a lot of food talk in the pregame discussions as well. Some movie talk. The post game is much more structured with everything like that. And Joshua will be on the post game as well. Void said might be one of the last games we'll see Ojabo consistently on the field. Man, I hope not. I really want to watch David Ojabo play because I liked him in the pre-draft process. He just has not been able to stay healthy, which is unfortunate for a guy with legitimate talent. He was drafted by Mike McDonald, who obviously coached him as the D coordinator over in Michigan. And then Mike McDonald leaves, and now it's he doesn't have that connection to Zachary or he had with Mike McDonald, and he's just struggled to stay healthy. So it's definitely tough. Drop Shot says best pregame meal. Now, if I'm a fan and I'm watching the game, I'm just a fan of like get some pizza, maybe some meat lovers pizza, or maybe some wings on the side, or I also love just like nachos during the game, pregame, terrific. Like a little bit of spice is good. But like if you're playing, probably go with something less carb dense. But I don't know. That's my pregame. That's probably, I don't know what I'm going to eat tonight. I do not know. Maybe you guys have some good suggestions. But I'm probably going to eat after because right now it's only 3:45 for me. Papa John's. Oh, I love Papa John's. The shakaroni is really good. Milwaukee. Void says Milwaukee Bucks, Tampa Bay Bucks, Cleveland sucks, Raptors in 5. Unfortunately, the Raptors ain't OKC. As an OKC fan, shout out OKC. I don't mind the Raptors, but yeah, I like Papa John's. We got Bellagio's over here. I doubt that's in Baltimore. Gray Wolf says mac and cheese with bacon. I like that. Mac and cheese with bacon is fire. Honestly, all mac and cheese is fire. It's hard to make bad mac and cheese, but any pregame meal, any during the game meal is good with me. Sometimes, just like for me, 10 a.m. is when kickoff starts for Sundays. So I'm able to just like, I wake up and I'm like bowl of cereal with the first game, and it's terrific. Like I absolutely love it when, just eating a bowl of cereal and watching that morning football. But obviously on the East Coast, you guys are watching the games at like 1:00. So it's less. Rice and chicken for Abdi. Hey, that's a good move. Do you think the Ravens will score rushing touchdown? Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, Keaton Mitchell's a touchdown machine. He's a big play highlight machine. And then also, I feel like they're just testing out a lot more running backs than they are anybody else. Like we got to figure out how is Keaton Mitchell going to perform, Rasheen Ali. We also have Dearness Johnson, who's also a pretty solid running back. So I definitely would expect the Ravens to score rushing touchdown. And I feel like it would probably be I'd probably be a Keaton Mitchell. Like I would like nobody here would be shocked if Keaton Mitchell just breaks off an 80-yard run on their first play. Like nobody would be shocked by that. When he played in the preseason, his rookie year, he was phenomenal. He's breaking off runs almost all the time, and he ended up scoring on one on like a 20-yard run down the sideline. I would absolutely expect him to Black Daniel said he's Inception stream watching. He's on YouTube and TikTok. Shout out. You got both angles, right? You got the side angle and the front angle. It's really weird to like try and read both chats. Do we still have Devin Leary or Emory Jones? I don't think we have Emory Jones. I think we do still have Devin Leary. Man, I totally forgot about Devin Leary because Devin Leary is terrible. Like, oh no, Devin Leary is awful. I'm not excited for that. I want to watch Cooper Rush. I'm here for Cooper Rush. I think Devin Leary is our only other quarterback. I'm going to double check that, but let's see. Ravens depth chart. Quarterbacks are, we only have 3. Darn it. We have to watch Devin Leary play. Devin Leary's terrible. Ryan says Isaiah likely takes over for Andrews when healthy. He better. I mean, I think he's better. I think he's a better football player. I think he's a better tight end. Andrews will still definitely play. We use 2 tight end sets more than anybody else in the NFL, but that doesn't necessarily mean we need to do it. Like Larry was asked when he left NC State. Yeah, exactly. Larry was not good. T. Martin wanted him. We drafted him, and he wasn't good. I don't know. Maybe he's better. I'm gonna have positive energy going into the first game of the Ravens season. Maybe he's better, and I'm gonna just have faith that he's not the worst player on the field. Also, another player to watch is Malik Cunningham. If you guys remember Malik Cunningham, obviously former quarterback with the Louisville Cardinals, went to the Patriots and then got cut, and he went to the Ravens last year, but he's now a wide receiver. So, a wide receiver, Malik Cunningham, that could be really fun to watch Malik Cunningham play. So he's someone that's like at least like a interesting. Keith Kirkwood, I know, has had a really good camp. He's had some big plays. He's been a good preseason guy as well. Dayton Wade, I already mentioned. Ryan says, how can you not be excited for Keaton Mitchell? He's finally healthy. Exactly. He's one of the most explosive running backs in all the NFL, not just as like one player, but like one of the most flashy, not just as like a preseason player, but starters. Like he's up there with Achane in terms of explosiveness. And those are two of the biggest play running backs in the thing. What channel is the game on? It's on NFL Network, and then if you're local, it just depends. I've heard NBC is where the game is. Malik is a beast. Malik Cunningham, Malik Hooker. I assume Malik Cunningham because I was talking about him earlier. Shut up, Baltimore 96. But Void says Devin Leary always seems weary. Watching him makes your eyes teary. Cooper Rush in one. Void, where do you come up with this stuff? Like, I feel like Void's just got like ChatGPT up on the side, and he's just like, how can we insult Amon Marshall like in a rhyme to mess with TCB? Because everyone knows I loved Amon Marshall, and he never got to play, and you guys always roast him. But I love Amon Marshall. I wish Amon Marshall was still in the league just so I could watch him potentially play one full game because he was fun to watch at USC. That's about all we ever got to see of him was USC Amon Marshall. Oh yeah, shocker. We get a comment saying another first round choke for the Baltimore Bums this season. Well, the Ravens didn't have a first round choke last year, so I don't know what you're talking about. They've won playoff games. Like they've won at least one playoff game like each of the last 3 postseasons that they've been to, but yep. Is Void an evolved bot? Void might be an evolved bot. My leg Marshall mentioned in 2025. The Amon Marshall disrespect needs to stop. He's a legend. He's a Ravens legend. We need to appreciate him. I've had a bit too much dolphin milk this evening. That's interesting to bring up. Void could 100% be an evolved bot. Void's the original bot. Void's been watching the channel for like probably 4 years now, maybe even 5. Void has been around for a very, very long time. So shout out to Void because Void's always in the streams. Like Void's got the notifications on. Void is showing up, and he's always bringing up Amon Marshall, the absolute legend that is Amon Marshall. But we've got 10 minutes until this game starts. What other Ravens questions or fantasy football questions or NFL questions you guys got from me, or just any other, I guess, non-things? Not a Ravens fan, but I put my Lamar shrine up against anyone. Yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson makes non-Ravens fans Ravens fans. That's how good he is. Starks is going to put on a show. I certainly hope so. I mean, he's been known throughout his career as just like day one playmaker. You know, that game against Oregon in his college football debut was phenomenal. Obviously, this game isn't a true debut, but it's a NFL debut, not a regular season debut. So we'll see how he does against the Bills. But I would love to see just like, we only see him for one series because he went out there, did his thing, and locked everybody down. Like similar to how Nate Wiggins did. I mean, Nate Wiggins came out, was phenomenal for like 3 total drives in the preseason. And we're like, all right, we got a dude. And he is the dude. And Void figured out his next guy that he's going to hate on is Jalen Armour Davis getting a decent amount of snaps. I would assume so. I mean, I saw him covering Adonai Mitchell at practice as I hit another block on a bot. Zay Flowers won't be playing. Basically all Ravens vets aren't going to be playing. As a Packers fan, I hope Jair does good. Yeah. I mean, as a Ravens fan, I hope Jair does good. Bold predictions. Don't worry, we're going to do bold predictions for anybody that's new to the streams on TikTok. Right before the games, we give our bold predictions, and we try and be as crazy as we can. We've had some of them do. Jalen Armour Davis is terrible, bro. I don't trust him. Yeah, I don't want him out on the field. Dropshot said Amon Marshall hit a kid so hard he knocked him out against my high school team. You know what? This is the Amon Marshall lore that we needed, right? Amon Marshall is a legend. USC legend, Ravens legend. We all love Amon Lewis Marshall. Ravens going to the Super Bowl this season, Blake. I'm with it. I'm with that take 100%. More bot brethren. Yeah, Void, you're letting all the bots in. That's what you're doing. We will not forget Pepe Williams. Dude, Demarion Pepe Williams. I love Demarion Pepe Williams. I was a way bigger fan of him than Jalen Armour Davis. But I really like Pepe Williams, his college teammate at Houston. I am blanking on his name, but he was the punt returner, slot corner. I want to say it was like Marcus Allen. Not Marcus Allen. That's a That's a legend. But it's Marcus something, and he plays offense and defense for the Patriots. He's solid. He's a slot corner punt returner. Yeah, hit that block, drop shot. What happened to Pepe Williams? I think he got cut just a while ago. Long Beach Poly legend. Just another quick block. Haha. Let's go. Normal guys that just subbed, not a Ravens fan, but just love watching the NFL. Welcome, normal guy. We appreciate you. What a legend. Baltimore 96. We're going to have our third Super Bowl Flock Nation. I hope so, man. I hope so. No, boy, you can't come after Caillou Blue Kelly. We traded Caillou Blue Kelly, all right? He wasn't a failure. We traded him. Caillou Blue Balled Kelly. So much hype, but we didn't get to see him play. That's true. Lamar got robbed as MVP. Yeah, I agree. He only had 4 interceptions, actually. So it's 41 touchdowns, 4 picks. Even crazier stats. Let's see here. We got 5 minutes until this game. Let's start with our bold predictions. We'll start with an offensive bold prediction. So everybody, comment your bold predictions. I'll read through yours. I'll give mine. We'll see if anybody gets them. Because all the time, like, people are able to predict them. Mine will be, we get to see I'll say that I will go with Keith Kirkwood, 2 touchdowns for Keith Kirkwood. One of them is a jump ball. Like, we're 15 yards out in the red zone, jump ball for Keith Kirkwood. That's going to be my guess. Josh went, no, I'm not showing the game. I just stream before and after the games on YouTube and TikTok. I unfortunately do not do that. I just do a pregame show and postgame, and it's just my face, which you can join. You can ask questions, but nope, I don't show the game. 83 will ball out. I'd love it. Keaton Mitchell leads the starters in receiving yards. Ooh, maybe he takes a big screenshot. That's a good bold prediction right there, drop shot. That's a great bold prediction. Just like Sean, your one trade Wade. Funny enough, the year we traded him, we had Chris Westry playing against wide receivers. Dude, Chris Westry was nice. You think the Ravens win, bro? I think so. I mean, the Ravens are historically really good in the preseason. Void, I don't know if you know this, but a Chris Westry video is, like, I think still in, like, the top 10 most viewed, like, long form videos ever on the channel. Like, that, like, video did so well talking about Chris Westry. I mean, he was 6'4", ran a 4.3 40. Like, he was nice. Mike Green has 2 sacks. Okay, we can switch over to the defense. Void says Lamar calling plays. Okay, I like it. AD Mitchell's breakout game. Yeah, we can do offensive for the Colts as well. Can I show the game? No, I'm not even going to be live during the game. I'm just live before and after the game. Let's see here. Defensive side of the ball. Ooh, Keaton Mitchell kick return and punt return from LeJontay Wester. That would be sick. Defensive side of the ball. I'm going to say Jay Higgins gets an interception. Jay Higgins was my favorite player in this entire draft class, not just drafted by the Ravens. This was my favorite player in the entire class. Why am I not showing the game? Because I'm not trying to get banned, and I've had a YouTube channel for 5 years that I don't want to get, like, taken off of YouTube. Like, that's why. Yeah, I'm going with Jay Higgins gets an interception. And I think that'd be sick. Void says Ojabo 2 sacks. Peebles 3 tackles for loss. And we are getting bombarded with bots, which is sick. Longer Beam and Kone get picks. I think one of them is injured. One of them isn't playing. Ojabo 1 sack. That is very bold. NFL Plus showing the games right. Yes. NFL Plus, NBC, if you're local in Baltimore. Those, I believe, are the only 2 places to watch. Or NFL. You just have NFL. What is it called? NFL Network. TJ Tampa balls out. I love it. Score prediction. I'm going to say, another one, 60-yard field goal for Tyler Loop. I'm calling a 60-yard field goal for Tyler Loop. He's going to go crazy. Why did you skip my comment? Oh, I'm sorry, Chaz. Let me find it. I'm trying to read both chats. Chaz. Chaz, send it again. Send your comment again. I can't find it. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Send it again. Where do you watch the game on? I watch it on NFL Network. That's where I watch. Am I in the Epstein files? Bro, what? I'm not that old, guys. Oh, I said, oh, no, I'm not showing the game. I do appreciate the comment, though. 70-yard punt for Stout. Malik Ham forced fumble. Void, you go crazy with the predictions. Like, I've had some crazy predictions. Josh has had some crazy predictions. Dude, you were always the wildest thing. But we got 2 minutes till this game starts. Get your guys' last bold predictions. And because, it's going to be exciting. Let's see here. On YouTube, I mean, we've got 1 minute left. I guess the final question I'll ask all of you is, who's your biggest player to watch? Who's your biggest player to watch? That's all I want to hear. Just comment it down below, and then we'll wrap up and we'll get ready for this game to start. Also, Madden dropped today, and I haven't even been able to play it. Dayton Wade balls out, LeJontay Wester too. I love LeJontay Wester. I can't wait to watch him play. Let's see here. Bold prediction: TTV has 50+ viewers in post game show. Hey, that'd be fire. We've had post game shows with like that average over 200 viewers for playoff games. Though this is obviously preseason. If we get 50+, I'll be pretty excited. Drop shot. So everybody that's in the stream comes through after. It's on NBC if you're local in Baltimore, or NFL Network. Jay Higgins gets a Kenny Young type hit on Anthony Richardson. Kenny Young leveled Gardner Minshew in the preseason. That was a legendary hit. Yes, that's a great bold prediction. Peebles balls out. I'm excited to watch Fub. Fub is like super exciting to watch, but that's going to do it for the stream, everyone. Thank you so much for coming through. Make sure to subscribe, follow for more. Come through to the post-game show. That's when we're going to talk about all the players, all the standouts. We're going to have a lot of fun. But thank you so much, and we'll see all of you again next time.